Hello guys, welcome back once again. Okay, we will look at getting started with Angular and ASP.NET Core using the Visual Studio tool. I'll walk you through the steps to create a simple web application that combines the power of Angular for the front end and ASP.NET Core for the back end. But before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So let's get straight into it. Before we begin, make sure you have the following installed on your machine. Visual Studio with the ASP.NET and web development workload. Node.js and NPM, which is the Node Package Manager, and Angular CLI, which is the Angular command line interface. Okay. So before we get, let's open a Visual Studio installer if you've already installed a Visual Studio, and let's click on Modify. So once we click on Modify, this is what we get on the screen. So you got to make sure that you have this box checked. ASP.NET and web development. So this will help you build web application using ASP.NET Core, ASP.NET and standard-based web technologies in HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and JSON. Okay. Also, you need to make sure that you have Node.js development checked as well. Okay. So once you're done with that bit, let's move back to the Visual Studio. So here now, what we're going to do is click on the create a new project. So as you can see here on the language side here, I've selected TypeScript, but you can also select JavaScript. Yeah, so let's go ahead and select the TypeScript and leave the rest as it is. So as you can see here, we've got a bunch of project templates that are being displayed here. So let's scroll down and look for Angular and ASP.NET Core. So this is a template to help you build a full stack application with the front end Angular project and a back end ASP.NET Core project. Okay. So once we select this here, let's select this and click on next. So here you can configure your project details here, like the project name and where you want the solution and the solution name and whatnot. Yeah, we're not going to look too much into that. So let's go ahead and click on next. So here we can configure additional. We can add additional information, or you can configure additional stuff. Yeah, like the .NET framework, the HTTP type, but the HTTPS or the HTTP. Yeah, so let's make sure we have that configured for HTTPS checked, and let's leave the rest as it is. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and click on create. It might take a while, so I'm just going to pause it while the whole thing loads. Okay. So now we have the project created for us. So let's go ahead and explore the project structure. So let's collapse this bit here. So as we can see here now, I've got two parts here. The client part, so this which is the Angular, and then the server part, which is the ASP.NET Core application. Yeah. So let's have a look at the client part here. So the client contains the Angular files and folders like the src, the source, the app, the access folder, and whatnot. So let's have a look at what is inside the src folder. So as you can see here, within it we have the app folder. So if we look at the app folder here, it contains components. Okay, so come back to it later on. Yeah, but let's go ahead and also have a look at the server. Okay, so the server contains the ASP.NET files. Okay, so let's have a look at it. So here, the server contains files like controllers, modules, program.cs, and startup.cs. Okay, so as we can see here now, we have program.cs, not the startup.cs. So we got the startup.cs. And we've also got a module, weather forecast.cs here. We have a look later on, okay? So, as we can see here now, first of all, let's select the project, the solution, and right click it. So basically, the project tab or the loading is not completed yet. So there are some dependencies that are being stored here. So I'm just going to pause the video while the whole thing completes, then I'll get back to you, okay? Okay, so let's have a look at how we can run the project. So as you can see here, you can either press the F5 or you can press the start button here. But before we do so, make sure you right click on the project. And then let's look at the startup project. Or we can get it from here. That would be fine. That would be easy. So configure startup projects. So as you can see here now, it's set up to multiple startup projects here. So you got to make sure that we have this checked and make sure that we have the server start with before the client. Okay. Press the apply and okay. So right now, yeah, when we start debugging, yeah, so both projects will actually started. So you can either press the F5 or you can press the start button here. So let's go ahead and run it to see what actually comes out of it. So as you can see here now, we've got the project running. So basically, um, it's a weather forecast project, yeah, which the client requests weather forecast details from the server. Then the client actually displays it on a browser. So as you can see here now, it's still running. So as you can see here, we've got weather forecast, okay, and these are the data that will be actually received from the server. So basically, right now we've also got the server running now. So here you can draw down and look at what data that is coming in from the server. So let's have a look at this bit here. So in a moment, we should get the weather forecast details. So as we can see here now, it's not a very difficult thing to get started with. Yeah? Since I just don't want to complicate you too much, so I'm just going to leave this video here for now. Then you can go ahead and explore it further yourself. You can make some changes and whatnot to it, okay? So once again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do because I've got lots of videos coming up and I hope you have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, and wherever you are. Peace.